Now, of course, at one time, the Comanches were about the sole inhabitants of the state of Texas. When you think about Indian music, you generally think of beating on the drum and running around in circles, as they do in the movies. But there are many different kinds of Indian music, and to start the program today, we'd like to start with one type of music that was almost lost at one time. But we have revived it, and it's very strong now, and it is through the flute. It is said that the spirit of the wind gave the flute to the first Indian flute player, telling him that through the birds and the animals of nature, I am giving you this from the most beautiful tree in the Indian world, the cedar tree. It's going to be one of a kind, and you're going to be one of a kind in your tribe. So you are going to have it. It's called a tombak. It's a wind instrument, the flute. Take it and take care of it and pass it down as time goes on. And like I said, it was almost lost back in the 40s and 50s, and now it's been revived, and we're very glad to present it for you. I have an album on Indian House label out of Taos, New Mexico, and we're very proud of our album, and we'd like to talk to you afterwards. If you'd like a copy of the album, you can talk to us. So I'm going to play a medley here of some of my flute songs, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you. Throughout my travels, I have encountered many types of music. We have a group that is getting ready to record an album right now, and the group is called Comanche, and we play guitars, drums, bass, keyboards, and things like that. But through my travels, I found that music is very, very international. During my stay in Ireland, I had the pleasure of playing a trio with an Irish flute player and a Japanese flute player. And we got together and rehearsed for 2 hours and played the song that I'm getting ready to play for you. And they said, we want to share our music with you because you have shared yours with us. So from now on, you can play this song wherever you go. It comes from the old country of Scotland. So at this time, I'd like to play you a song on the traditional Indian flute that was given to me in Ireland They came from Scotland that I played with the Japanese. So music is very, very international. I hope you enjoy this, and after the conclusion of this song, I'll bring on the dancers. A long time ago, Indian dancing was done for certain purposes, ceremonial purposes, preparing to go to battle and upon returning from battle. Nowadays, Indian dancing is very enjoyable, and it's social dancing that takes place all across the country, especially throughout the summer months. War dance, as it is called, has two types of dances. I would like to introduce the group and then bring them out and let them all dance together, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. On the end there, we have a young lady that we're very, very proud of. She has had the title of Miss Indian Texas, and her name is Rhonda Red Cherries. Rhonda, her sister right next to her has got the title of Miss American Indian Center of Dallas, and she was kind of skeptical about running, but we all talked her into it. We said, give it a shot. Your sister's got a title. It don't mean you have to be sitting in the background. So go out there and try to get it. So she did. And we were very proud when she got the title, because we can take the sisters anywhere and be very proud of them and present them to the public like we are now. This is Nina Red Cherries. There are a lot of tribes, so I'll have to try to remember them. Potawatomi, Navajo, Cheyenne, and Arapaho. So there are 4 different tribes. We kind of intermarry now. They used to be our enemies a long time ago, but now we're made up and we kind of all marry each other, and that's good. Where's that applause at? Thank you. Next is a young man from the Comanche tribe, my brother and guitar player for the band, and also one of the good Indian dancers. This is Dusty Miller of the Comanche tribe. Dusty? All of you have probably heard about the annual powwow that goes on at the Traders Village every year, and it's called the National Championship Powwow and Rodeo. And this young man here was the chairman of that for several years, and now he's joined the troupe to go on the road and washed his hands of all that business stuff. He's a good traditional dancer. This is Jerry Sadonki, Kawa. Brent Edwards. We get stuck with a lot of English names, so, you know, my name's Tom Ware. Brent Edwards is kind of guy that he's got a bumper sticker on his suitcase that said half-breeds are only half bad. So as you can tell with his light hair and everything, this gentleman's not full blood, but he's taken the side of Comanche and taking it good, because he's been traveling all of his life dancing and performing with us, and he's one of the best performers of my troupe, and there's usually about 20 of us. Brent Edwards from Midwest City in the Oklahoma City area of the Comanche tribe. Brent Edwards. The war dance. Let me hear you say that. Aho. That means thank you in Kiowa. Thank you in Comanche is Ura. Good. Don't ever say how, that because that, pardon me, cameras, put a censor on this. How don't mean a damn thing in the Indian language. That was something that came from the movies. Thank you. So remember that. Say aho or Ura. You know, that's Kiowa or Comanche for thank you. And don't ever say how, or might use a drumstick on you or something. We want to show you the traditional style of war dance. Sometimes it's called a straight dance. In the old days when they danced, it was the same type of regalia as they would go out into battle in. That's why we call it traditional attire. Now, in the 1800s, back during that time, the Poncas and the Osages got a club type of a thing that was called a Ilushka. And this was for the warriors who had already done their deeds, but they all danced together, remembering these deeds. And this was called the straight dance in the Ponca and Osage and Pawnee tribes. So right now we want to show you the straight dance style, which came before the feather dance. This is Jerry Sadongi once again. Jerry? Thank you. Back in the days when we had to strive and fought for our land, you know, we got the label as vicious people, as savages. But think about it. If you own this beautiful white house straight across the lake here, and some intruders came in and tried to rob you during the night, you'd probably get plugged with a 38 or a 357 or something, because you're protecting your home. From this point on, I'd like you to think that way about the Indians. When we fought back, it was because our home was being invaded. And We weren't savages. We was fighting for what was our own. So we had a basic training type thing, just as the armed forces do. To train the young man in the use of the shield and the lance, getting them ready for battle. After we got use of the horse, they had to ride for days and days to learn how to ride good and become good warriors. The shield dance was derived from this type of practice. It's a very entertaining dance. We'd like to give it to you right now. The Plains Shield Dance. Dusty and Brent. Now tell me, would you rather see Dusty and Brent or Hearns and Leonard? No, it's very entertaining, and that was the type of training that we had, as we said. I'd like to let them catch their breath here for just a second. And we want to show you a dance that was paying tribute to the greatest of all flying creatures. And of course, this is before the 747 and the space shuttle, so it happened to be the eagle. The eagle was well respected. He was a bird that we received many different things from. And when we did the eagle dance, or the buffalo dance, or the deer dance, or whatever, we weren't making fun of the animal and copying them. We were instead being thankful because all that we received from them. So the Jemez Pueblo tribe of the area that is now called New Mexico originated the eagle dance, and we adopted it among the Plains tribes. So once again, we're going to give you Brent Edwards of the Comanche tribe doing the Plains version of the eagle dance. Thank you. We like to do this everywhere we go. We like to have audience participation. We're going to take just a minute to get a couple of you up here. Let me see, we have 2 girls, so that means go retrieve yourself a couple of men, young ladies. And you 3 guys, I know I don't have to tell you. I can spot them out here. There's some beautiful girls. Go get you a couple of them, or if you want to just volunteer, walk on up here. We're going to do something real fast here, and it is called the 2-step or the friendship dance. Very easy to do. If you can do any of the other dances that you do in the clubs and discos, then you can do this with us. Come on, you guys, get your partner. Have any volunteers? Dusty, see those 2 girls right here? How about you in the red and the blue there? You look like real good. Come on. Okay, we got our partners now. Let's go. Give them a hand. Why do I have to be singing? I could have got me a partner. It's very easy. Just follow the leader. I guess Brent will be our lead dancer. Follow the leader. You just lead with your left foot on the rhythm of the drum. Very easy to do. And if you like this, we'll do a short thing where everyone can join in a little bigger circle. Two-step. Good show. Give yourselves a hand. That's very good. Well, we're pressed for time, and we love to stay out here and do a long show, and we love performing for you. We like this. We like traveling all over and doing these type of things. But we have to end it. We have another, as they say in modern terms, gig back in Oklahoma. So we've got to go there and get our musical instruments tuned up and play some music, some rhythm and blues stuff. So we're going to be ready to go. First of all, before we go, we'd like to show you this. In modern day, they have competition dancing at all the gatherings across the country. And the last night of the powwow, as they say, there is a contest held that determines the champion of that particular gathering. And it's topped off with a fancy war dance. And there's usually large trophies and much prize money, and the title, of course, that goes along with it. So as a finale this afternoon, we'd like to give you the fast, fancy style of war dance. I'd like to also remind you that we do have recordings of the flute available over by the large tree if you'd like to capture some of those some of that music off the flute that we played earlier. So as the finale, the fancy competition style of fast war dance. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. I'd like to personally thank you for coming out and supporting the Cedar Fest. And hopefully we'll see you somewhere else again. We have headquarters for our show in Grand Prairie, Texas. And you can look under Tom Ware in the phone book there. I don't have my Indian name because no one would be able to pronounce it anyway. Look for Tom Ware in the Grand Prairie phone book and catch us, because we have a rock and roll, rhythm and blues band and the show with about 15 dancers. And we'll see you somewhere else. Can you say what I taught you earlier? One guy remembered aho. Aho, Uda. Thank you.